So you guys have kind of wound your way out of the night market of Wind, at least the one that's in front of the portal itself, and have kind of come into a smaller, kind of wider, rural-looking village-type setting. There are several air docks leading off of the island into what looks to be awaiting carts with different drivers and the like. Where would you wish to go?
I have now completely forgotten who we're looking for.
I think we're following various tips for wherever they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tibbs seems to be leading the charge.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Ymir.
looking for someone named Ymir. And only they have an inkling of what they might look like. Because I don't think they relayed what they were told to you guys.
Nope.
No, Ymir.
That would be worrying. Is there any signage or anything?
Nope. No signage.
Have we moved south enough that we think we're near where Ymir would be?
You don't know that. You know what the individual potentially looks like.
Tiberius is going to now, once they've moved on past the incident, talk about how they're looking for a large fellow with a cage-like stomach with fish in them. Named Ymir. That's literally all he got out of the description. I'm sure Various has a better one. Large, has fish in his stomach, looks like a cage, they said. Named Ymir.
Roll perception to see if I see him.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I do as
you
well?
all can. You all can if you want.
Okay.
Ooh.
I see nothing.
Yeah,
Wow,
you don't see nothing, Flix. You're kind of you're sitting there kind of feeling indignant about your ear getting tugged, about being talked down to. You're kind of fuming right now.
Right now.
All right, gonna give myself.
pouting.
I'm pouting like the Dickens.
So that's gonna be a 23 then on perception.
Okay. Does anyone else want to roll perception? Because Frias, you don't see anything. You can't seem to pinpoint anything.
I mean, I am looking, but that doesn't mean he's going to see anything. Again, not about him.
Okay. Various, do you want to roll? Okay. Rose and Various, you indeed do kind of look a little bit further ahead, and you see a larger cart that seems to be more built for... It's kind of a case of it's built more to take hits and kind of go through rougher terrain with a large griffin kind of attached to it, and like, this thing is huge. Like, but more so you notice that there's someone tending to the griffin. They're kind of a large set individual that almost looks like a frog in a way, but kind of stylized to look more Kieran-esque. But you definitely notice that the front of their stomach seems to be open with large, almost bar-like shapes, and there seems to be fish swimming around inside of that water, but air, so sort of like little windfish swimming around in it. And he seems to be tending to this large griffin.
I think you're on the money.
But they're a little bit further down. They're away from the other carts. For the most part, no one really seems to be going up to them, but they are just merely tending to the beast that pulls their cart.
Rose is going to go ahead and head towards them, wanting to be the first one this time, after what's happened before.
Mm-hmm. And they definitely do hear your approach, because you have to walk onto wooden boards that basically make up the air dock. And they'll kind of pause. They would look to be have been brushing the griffin's mane, and then kind of look at you. It's like, oh, what do you want?
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to go by the name of Ymir, would you?
That's me. What are you asking for?
Some friends of mine here heard about you. Think they were wondering if you'd be able to assist them with something.
Well, I better tell you, my services don't come cheap. I tend to go to places that people consider too dangerous. I honestly just think they're cowards.
I can assure you we're not though.
Hey, what'd you say?
I can assure you we're not that. The coward thing.
I was talking about other drivers in the sky.
Rose gestures Various to come along.
Tiberius follows.
The other question is why you're approaching me. Is there someplace you're planning on heading?
Yeah, I'll let this one here fill you in.
Alright. He kind of just looks down to Various and listens in. He kind of has to lean down a little bit, which is a little difficult, as you can see he has a rather large frog-like belly. But he kind of taps his chin and nods like, oh, the old Scholars Island. Yeah, that place has been kind of wrecked by typhoons lately, so it's a little difficult to get in there. Oh, I can take you there, but you're gonna need to do something for me first.
Naturally.
Well, I've been waiting for my lunch to arrive, and it still hasn't gotten here, so if you're willing to drop by the place I'm getting it from and bring it back, I'll take you there.
Seems simple enough.
It's on the other side of the market. Little noodle shop run by a wind fox. Pretty easy to find. But I think because everything's all busy right now that the delivery boy either got lost or forgot about it. Happens all the time. Yeah, he tends to be a little airheaded.
So you want us to get you your lunch?
Yep, that's it.
Well, just tell us in which direction he'd be, and we'll be happy to do that.
He kind of points back up north to the market you guys came from. Well, on the other side, there's a little noodle shop run by a little fox friend of mine, and if it hasn't been already picked up, you probably pick up another one from him and bring it on back here.
And what if it has been picked up? Do we have to track down the delivery thing?
That's up to you. I mean, you could just go to the shop and get a second order of it, but I think your friend's already gone on ahead.
Oh, bollocks. Well, I guess we'll just wait here for her to return. She can move quite spryly. So, tell us about these other drivers. Why are they cowards?
I'd say that you might want to go help your friend, considering the amount of food I ordered.
Oh,
Right.
I thought they didn't have to eat.
They may enjoy it, considering they were eating quite a lot at the Fire Palace.
Can you roll me a perception real quick? Okay. At him mentioning this, you kind of take almost an instinct to look at the eyes of the creature, as you notice that most primordials have the same kind of eyes. This creature doesn't have them. He doesn't seem to be a primordial at all.
He sort of blinks for a moment, then looks at the cage, and his ears sort of quirk back worriedly.
Wait, this is the fairy tale of the frog and the scorpion. Oh dear. Tiberius is going to head off to try and help Freyas with his small frame. And by that, he means encourage her to do more work.
Varius is gonna summon Bellowa.
Okay. What is Flix and Rose doing?
Flix is just gonna follow behind, still pouting.
Okay.
Rose is Yeah, gonna follow them. Though Rose is going to also get a little closer to Various as they're walking. Then.
Mhm. And you guys do have to kind of go back through the market. So, is there anything you'd like to do on your way there?
Various is mostly trying to be ahead just so that, hopefully something else doesn't happen. That's why she's kind of racing ahead.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the NPC you were looking for is in OOC.
What?
It's so cute.
So let me roll a thing.
He's also super cool.
Are there any like sweets or something on the way?
Mm.
Oh no!
Mm.
It's
Oh,
not
Lord.
a one?
Frias, as you start winding yourself around the night market, the kind of the passageway is a little bit blocked by a figure that seems to be wearing very ornate oriental type of robes in a way. They have what looks to be two blades strapped to their side, but they have a weirdness about them. They look elementally attuned. Their hair is pitch black and kind of slicked back,
No.
but almost looking like scales or horns.
No. No.
Jin knows who it is. And they seem to be barking orders at one of the merchants who seems to be rather hastily wrapping up something for him. His skin is about the exact same color as the hair, but instead of green, he's very much attuned to the color of blue. But he's kind of blocking your path right now.
Rest in peace.
And there's definitely smoke emanating from his mouth as he talks. There is an air of power to this individual, though. They almost have a draconic feeling about them.
Is there any way I could go a wider way around?
You would have to either push past them or backtrack to find another way around. Or ask them to move.
She'll gently tap them on the shoulder.
How tall are you?
I
How tall are
think
you?
mean the knee. You'll tap them on the knee.
Yeah, how tall are you, Frias?
Oh, 5'5".
5'5", they are... Okay, you kind of managed to reach up to gently tap the upper side of their arm. It's more case of you actually tap what seems to feel like armor as they kind of turn and look down at you. What?
Excuse me, can I just get by, please?
Roll something. Come on, roll 20. The figure just kind of, you see his eyes narrow down at you. You can definitely tell it's a male of sorts. And they just shake their hands like, you can wait till I'm done. Before looking back to the shop owner. And kind of crossing their arms over their chest and like tapping their foot rather impatiently.
Can I see if it's the shop owner I'm looking for?
No, it is a completely different person. It almost looks like a turtle of sorts, and they seem to be wrapping up something inside of a vase.
Could I assume if it's close to being done?
Yeah, it's actually almost done. They seem
Okay,
to
she'll
just
wait.
be working on finishing up. By this time, the others have caught up with you.
Oh no.
So you guys do see Frias kind of waiting for this rather imposing figure to move out of the way, because the alleyways are kind of tight.
Once they're enough out of the way, then continue going.
Mm-hmm. But after what seems like to be about 10 or so minutes, they finally pick the vase up. They kind of look down at you with this kind of piercing, fiery gaze before turning and walking away from you.
She only smiles when they look at him.
That was Fenrir. That's Vaxir's son. That's the
That
Wind
guy
Lord's
would
son.
talking.
Yeah, he's scary. He's in line to be the next one, Lord.
Yeah, just like to say that in character.
Farius knows
Mhm.
nothing.
Mhm. Flixu would have known who that was, and you
That's
kind
why
of
you said
are
that in
once. Yeah, the moment you kind of sit there and stand there, you know who that was, and you kind of just had that sinking feeling of, oh, and just kind of do that little downturn eye thing, like, don't look at him, don't look at him, don't look at him. Because you know Vaxir has warned you about him.
He can't see me. He's like a T-Rex.
He's like, pretty much, don't move, you won't see me. And eventually he does walk away, and you kind of breathe a relief, like, oh, he's gone.
Farius, thinking nothing of it, just continues on.
Okay. And you guys go in and continue, and you do make it to the other side of the market rather easily. And kind of similar to the other side, it's a kind of almost a horseshoe-shaped island in a way that you're on. And you find several more kind of open shops. One in particular does have a line going into it, but you definitely see there's people out on the curb eating what looks to be bowls of noodles and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty hopping.
Was that a rapid joke?
Maybe.
Excellent. We're wearing the
Payback! Payback for all the puns.
Can't pay back with puns. You just make it worse, Nova.
Exactly.
That's a hair's breadth away.
God damn it.
God.
God. Allie, if you have the ability to, please smack your husband upside the head for me.
Okay.
No, what's coming? Oh, I love it. Wait, she is my wife. Oh no!
Loud enough so we could hear it over the mic.
She swatted me in the back of the head.
Good. But yeah, you can probably tell from the outside what this place is, and it's probably your destination. The line is rather large, but perhaps since you have to pick up a delivery, you can just go straight to the front. It's up to you.
Who's gonna go to the front?
How
Who wants to
wide?
go in?
Oh, it's in. It's an actual store.
It's an actual store, yes.
Oh, okay.
But you do see people. There's definitely enough room for people to go side by side, like one line going in, one coming out. You do see people going in and then coming out. They're eating outside. There's like tables, chairs. Some people are just sitting on the side of the road, etc.
There's a line to order, though, right?
There's a line to order, yes.
Tim's gonna bypass that.
So Tibbs is just going to walk right in?
Yes.
Okay. Inside the shop is actually, it's rather crowded. There is some seating inside, but all that seating's taking up. And you can see where the line is going. It's almost like a cafeteria style line where they pick up their bowls. They get the noodles from a very fox-like looking creature that seems to be serving them up. And there's, of course, like this little buffet style side table with a bunch of like fried stuff and other dishes and stuff like that. And people would basically take the bowl, they get the noodles, they put stuff on it, and they go out and eat. Would you like to do anything? There's a couple other people working in the back, but the fox seems to be up front.
Oh, everybody's just going right to the fox because that's who Ymir said was the guy who was supposed to send the order.
Okay.
Farius will actually prevent him from cutting in front of anyone, trying to keep the line, in check, and she'll actually wave towards the fox and say, "Excuse me."
And yeah, you see the fox look up. It's like, hello, can I help you?
Yes, we're here to help pick up an order for Ymir.
Oh, it's about time the delivery boy came. Oh yeah, hold on a second. He'll pretty much help the person that's right in front of him get their noodle order before he kind of moves over to the side counter and pulls up this massive stack of boxes. It's about half of Tiberius in height. And then we'll kind of wrap it in a bag and then kind of hoist it up. It's about as large as they are because this fox creature is about as tall as you are, Tiberius. And kind of waddles it over and kind of hands it off to you.
You mean to Freya's?
He's just kind of holding it up for anyone to take.
About
How
Freya's?
big is it?
It's about half of Tiberius in height. These boxes. There's a total of 4 of them.
Farius will take it. Is it
Okay.
heavy?
It is pretty heavy. It's about, I'd say, 20 pounds. It's got some heft to it.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
For you.
So, Frias, you kind of take the boxes in hand. They're in a nice little bag, so you're able to take the handles and stuff like that and buy it. Thank you very much. I don't really have many delivery people. Thank you. Then they'll kind of return to their post.
We're not the delivery. Oh, okay.
Always happy to help. Let's go, Phrase. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can be done with here.
And she'll basically kind of motion for Tibbs to go forward so she doesn't. So basically, he's the seeing eye dog, and she won't bump into anyone.
Okay. Tiberius, can you roll me a survival to make sure you do it right?
Oh, can I just fail this on purpose?
Are you sure you want to do that?
I mean, I have -1.
I think you don't need to worry.
Yeah. You asked Tibbs to survive something that involved him, putting
Does
effort.
anyone else want to help?
I mean, Bellua would move to help if needed to.
Wait, is Bellua here right now?
Yeah,
Various
Bellua-
summoned them as soon as they said it was a hefty order.
Oh, okay.
But you see Frias kind of stumble out of the shop. Tiberius really isn't paying much attention. And you can definitely tell it's a little hard for Frias to see over the boxes. It seems like Ymir wasn't kidding when they said it was a big order.
So what exactly is the survival check for?
To see if Tibbs did a really good job of leading Frias out.
Oh,
He did not. So Frias is kind of accidentally bumping into some people.
Bellua moves over and gently puts a great big paw on Prius's shoulder and sort of scoops up the food with one arm.
Mm-hmm. And Frias, you kind of feel the weight lifted off of your arms as Bellua just kind of effortlessly lifts them up.
As she's apologizing for someone to bump into them, and suddenly gone. She's like, "Oh, thank you, Bellua," and she gives him good, nice, firm back pats.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be much longer?
Wind is a very popular place for people to hang out, considering the night market is one of the largest, so.
Wind is like the mall.
It literally is, and this is just the first island.
Now let's get that food to Ymir so we can go and see this Amadeus person. I wouldn't mind spending a bit more time here, better than the heat.
So,
Start heading back.
Rose, how have you been throughout this whole thing?
I mean, how they feel about Wind so far?
Yeah, did he follow the group? Did he stay with Ymir? What did he do?
Yeah, Rose went with the group.
Okay. He's just kind of silently following and just watching the chaos.
Rose is maybe mildly amused at outsider antics right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's like watching Animal Planet, but live.
National Geographic.
Just need that David Tennerborough voiceover now.
We have the native rabbit going towards the wind. Oh dear, it seems as though he's aggravated the Wind Lord. Let's watch what will happen now.
Okay, 6 is still a low roll, so that is... Oh, okay, this one's just... So are you guys in the market right now? Or are you kind of heading into it?
We would be heading
into it if you got lost.
So I need all of you to make a dex save.
Oh
does
no.
Bellua...
Because the
Bella
wind
too?
just started picking up to very heavy levels. Just like a sudden burst of wind. Everyone, including Bellua.
Oh.
Oh, Rose! Oh, Rhea!
And is it a save or just a check?
Save. Okay. That was...
Okay, so the first one was Belua, second one is Various. For some reason, it puts it it doesn't say which sheet.
Oh, you have to
Yeah.
change your as underneath the chat.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Okay, tips, flex, Frius. Okay, everyone but Frius and Rose passed the check. So Frius, Frius and Rose, you were suddenly swept up in a huge burst of wind, and it gets so much so that you feel as if you were literally just been tossed to the ground, as you just feel as if this big blast of air slams into you on the side. And you can see a few other people also in the market kind of get caught off guard and kind of fall on their asses. You see all kinds of things blow around, and just this, after this huge, almost sonic gust of wind passes, it seems to go back to normal. You see a few people starting to scramble to pick up things and get back up, etc.
What by the twins was that?
Are you two all right?
Rose is like
Frius,
Rose is like checking to make sure that like there weren't like any embers that came off their hairs and like caught onto something in the process.
No, you should be good. If
Frius
anything,
will get.
if anything, it felt like almost the wind tried to snuff your flame out.
Oh,
Like it was
that's
that strong.
Well,
good.
Frius would get up, check to see if she knocked anything over, help anyone else up who is fallen over.
And a few other people around the market have indeed fallen over. A couple stands actually fell over, and people are working to get them back up. And some people are looking really confused, some more agitated.
Does that happen often here? Rose?
I mean, there's wind, of course, here, but usually haven't heard of it being this gusty around these parts.
Rose, if you remember the shopkeep, they told you that there had been odd weather patterns and strange shifts in the weather here.
Yeah, I think that's more of that lovely wild magic at work.
Well, everyone seems to be perfectly fine. No one seems to be thrown from a ledge, so let's continue.
Okay. And you kind of see that the wind bursts have happened all over the island. You see there's several people trying to fix their shops, fix signs and the like, as you're walking through.
It's no concern of us.
And in fact, you actually see one particular stall that had been working with like flour. It's just caked everywhere, just this white dust all over the entire stall. You know, like when you like sneeze into a flower mixture gets everywhere? That's basically what happened to that poor guy. But you guys do eventually make it onto the other side and back over to Ymir. And kind of seeing the boxes that Billy was carrying, he looks rather pleased and kind of has this big smile on his frog-like face. It's like, well, did you look at that? You also survived whatever the hell's just happened.
Yeah, we've heard there's been quite a few gusts like that happening recently around here.
Yeah, that's why not a lot of people are willing to fly out right now. Stuff like that can knock the wind right out of your wings. There's been a few people who have crash landed because of that stuff. Not to mention the storms.
But not you, right?
I can't say I haven't had problems. I'd be lying if I did. I mean, you try flying through a hurricane.
But your cargo was safe, right?
There's a long pause.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
So you got my order all right?
There you are, please.
Belua lumbers forward, holding out the boxes.
And Ymir will take the boxes rather easily in one hand and kind of gives this big old smile. It's like, my thanks. Well, go ahead and climb on in, and I'll take you to the old Scholar's Island. I just
To-
probably warn you, it's probably gonna be bumpy.
Where's your cart?
He kind of motions to the massive cart next to him with the big griffin attached to it.
Is it open?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
There are seatbelts in it.
Tiberius goes in the first one that he can find and clicks himself in.
At least
They
gear
are over the
isn't here.
shoulder. Yeah, they are over the shoulder seatbelts.
Oh, it's a harness. That's even better.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Freya's will wait till everyone gets on, and she's going to approach Ymir and be like, I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but have you heard of anything that is a man who's really not a man? Maybe a statue or something?
He kind of stares down at Freya. It's like, you're well aware of where you're at, right? Trying to ask about a man who's not a man is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I mean, if you're looking for a human, that might be a little different. But I don't know about any that are here in Wind. I know that the scholar you're about to go see is an elf. At least I think he is.
She'll nod and just say, okay, thank you, and she'll get on the ship as well.
Okay. Rose, Various, Flix.
Does it look like there's room for Belua?
Yes. It's a big cart.
Alright, so he's gonna wait for the others to get on before getting on as well.
Okay. Now the important question is when you get into, you strap yourself into the harnesses. They do adjust. They're meant to house all manner of creatures from the looks of it. You just gotta adjust it.
Alrighty.
Freya's will be the good dungeon mother and make sure everyone is fitted right.
Yeah. So needs someone falling out.
Tiberius will refuse because he's not a child. He knows how to adjust his own harness.
She'll just
Oh,
pat him
God.
on.
Oh boy.
Flix is the dad and Freya's is the mom.
Yep.
She'll just pat him on the head and just continue to someone else.
Ones are the irresponsible children.
Well, one's irresponsible. Various.
Don't make us turn this cart around, mister.
You'll
Go
see
back to
Ymir kind of open up the front kind of seat area of the cart and kind of put the boxes down in there. He'll take one out, close the cart up, and then kind of jump onto his little seating area. And he'll set the box next to him and then kind of take the reins and it's like, make sure you're buckled up. It's gonna be rough.
We're all good back here.
All right. And he'll kind of take the reins in his hands. And with a very subtle flick, I need you all to kind of roll me a con save. So
Why?
let's see if anyone gets sick.
Oh!
That was... Belua doesn't need to because it's Belua. Okay, but Flix and Tibbs, you're like, wait, what does it mean by hold on? And then the cart jolts forward as it just screams through the sky. Like, this griffin is fast. Flix, you're just enjoying the breeze. Your hair's blowing in the wind. Tiberius, you're having the time of your life. It's fast. It's fun. It's exciting. Various, you were overcome with sickness as you feel the mooncake in your stomachs kind of rising up as you realize this is going a little too fast. Same with Euphraeus. Rose, you feel as if the literal wind has been knocked out of you and you pass out. So you all kind of just turn and see Rose go from being like, to as he kind of goes limp.
I've got this.
Meanwhile, Tibbs is just like, yeah, I love this.
Tibbs is on a
great.
roller coaster.
Yes. Put your arms up, Various. It's more fun this way.
Various looks like he's trying to hold down his lunch, and same with Frias, like, oh! Rose, can you give me a secondary con save to see if you wake up?
Is he gonna end up being
Okay.
like that one video of the guy who keeps on passing out and waking back up
Oh,
on the ride?
on that bungee thing, yeah.
Rose, you finally kind of come to. It takes about like 5 minutes or so, and you kind of jolt back away, like. The cart is still going incredibly fast. Like the island is almost a shadow now by the time that you're kind of just already heading out. And Tibbs, yeah, you're having fun. The wind is rushing past you and everything. But eventually the cart does begin to slow down to a more even pace. And you can kind of see Ymir kind of turn back his head a little bit and it's like, everyone's still alive back there?
I need a bag.
Sorry, we had to make sure we get a nice steady start so we can actually traverse this place. It's huge after all. And it's a little fun to mess with you outsiders.
I need a bag.
Does
Could we
anyone
go
have a
faster
bag?
next time?
You kind of see a glint in Ymir's eyes, like, I can go faster.
Oh.
I say we go faster. Everyone with me? No one's saying no. Let's do it.
No.
Right?
But he does seem to chuckle at this. It's like, I'm not gonna try to scare the life out of your friends there. We'll keep going at an even pace.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Rose, he definitely looks like he's got a little pale. He looks like he's definitely not having fun. Frias, of course, has gone pale as well. Tiberius, poor Varius is probably searching for a bag right now.
Yeah.
Rose going even more pale than usual is an accomplishment.
He gets brighter.
You remember? He gets brighter. Like, well, because remember how you described him as once going like a Bunsen burner with like very little oxygen?
Yeah.
That's pretty much burnt out. No, Tiberius is having the blast. He's having the time of his life. Frias, of course, has gone very, very pale, which is something. But eventually the ride kind of smooths out and becomes more gentle. But off in the distance, you do see darker clouds up on ahead. They're not gathering. It's just a case of that they're definitely getting darker as you move forward.
So these storms have been happening recently?
Man, it's the plane of wind, so sometimes they happen, but they've been happening with increasing ferocity and just more of them in general and larger.
Seeing any issues with magic?
Yeah, that's been happening too. Apparently the storms are so out of control that not even the Wind Lord can stop them. They just happen, which is completely abnormal. Because normally she can choose when and where they happen, after all. But it's almost as if she lost control.
Do you happen to know if there's any particularly centralized constant storm?
No, he kind of seems to be thinking a little bit, kind of leaning back in the seat, and it's like, I've heard rumors, but I've been hearing about this massive hurricane somewhere. I just don't know where it is. All I know is that the folks who have come out of it are telling people not to go near it, but we've been assuming that the Wind Lord's gonna fix it eventually, so we've kind of just left it alone.
How long have they been going on?
Months now. If anything, they've been getting more frequent.
Does Tiberius see any of the black digital box things happening nearby?
As you start passing some of the clouds, you start noticing that there's a few blips here and there in the darker clouds, but they're very, very few. Like, very few.
Tiberius is usually lucky, but ever since he's been with these folk... Oh well, the ride's fun.
Tibbs, since you are looking over the side, are you looking down at all?
Yes.
There's nothing below you. Nothing but endless sky. There is no there's no islands, there's nothing. You get the feeling that if you were to fall, you would keep falling forever.
Well, that's disturbing.
So I need you to make a con save. Okay, you're kind of able to push down that guttural, deep, like, stomach feeling that you're about to hurl, considering how far you might fall and continue falling, and you kind of pull yourself back into the cart, like,
Are you saying I'm somehow pushing away those negative emotions?
Yes.
Tibbs is the survivor.
Yup.
And you kind of look at the others, it's like, are you going to tell them not to look down, or are you just going to let them figure it out for themselves? You don't know.
Watch him be like, hey guys, look at this!
Well, you know, he's gonna do it this way. You know, I hope we don't fall.
What?
Oh, not Various. Don't. Never mind.
Freys is just holding onto her belt as tightly as she can, just staring forward like, oh, no. She's fighting her lunch as well.
and Various very much still is too. Various and Freys, go ahead and make me another con save to see if you feel better after the smooth out ride.
Wait, who am I sitting
no.
across from?
And considering Tiberius's comment too.
Magic armor projectile bombs.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, God.
Oh, Freys, you kind of are heavily focused on ahead, trying to tune out everything, trying to get your body back in check, kind of like, okay, calm down, it's not so bad, we're safe in a cart, we've got a harness. Okay, breathe, and then you start feeling a little bit better. Various, you're trying to do this, but the moment Tiberius says, I hope we don't fall, you feel yourself feeling worse. Almost as if a pit has formed in your stomach.
Oh, the food will fall in the pit. It's okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, he has thrown up. Question is who was across from him?
That's what I was asking.
What does the cart look like is the better question.
You would be sitting across from one another. Since there is 5, 6 of you, I believe, including Belua.
How about you guys roll, like, d20s, and whoever has the lowest roll is the one
We'll do that. That sounds great.
Do it.
Oh, no!
Yes! Come on, Flix.
Like, oh,
Come on,
no.
Flix.
Flix is like, I
Also
refuse.
considering the fact that Belua is also sitting there, make sure you roll for him.
Okay. I'm sorry, Freeze.
Oh no, Freeze is gonna. Oh god, we're gonna have a freaking Family Guy puke fest. It's gonna be a chain reaction of vomit.
At least he hasn't actually eaten all that much today.
No, he hasn't. But Freeze, you had just finally gotten your stomach to calm down. Everything's feeling good, and then all of a sudden, you just get this. You see Various turn almost green as he just pukes all over your lap.
The almonds came back to say hi.
And yeah, it's like yellow mixed with white and just...
She just looks down, sighs, and then tries to reach over and rub. a shoulder or something or whatever she can reach on Various if she can.
Various does not look to be very happy. He is not in a good place.
And of course, you all kind of see that and like, ugh. And Rose, you're sitting there like, I'm glad I don't have a stomach anymore. That's just cackling.
This is the best ride he's ever had in his life.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do anything to clean up? Do you want to use like prestidigitation or cloth?
I'll wait till it doesn't slosh around in the bottom of the cart.
I have no magic. She's afraid to let go of the belt. She's just she's just letting it stay there and trying to calm down Various.
Poor Various.
She just accepted her fate at this point as like, no, nah, there.
You kind of see the driver, Ymir, look back and it's like, someone lost it, huh?
She just quietly nods and is still.
Yeah, I know how that could be. Every time that happens to me, I just throw up a couple of my fish. Took a bit to get used to, but we're almost there. But it looks like we've got a storm we gotta fly through first, so I hope you got it all out.
Wait, what?
And you all kind of look ahead at this comment,
Oh,
and you see just this wall of black storm clouds.
oh, Rose. Oh, Rose.
Ahem. Yeehaw!
And then he kind of looks back. It's like, so I'm going to be kicking it into high gear to make sure we don't get struck by lightning.
Wait, that can happen?
And as you say that, you see a bolt of lightning ricochet through the cloud wall. Just.
Okay, Various is going to really quickly try to use prestidigitation to clean that up.
Okay. Roll wild magic for me.
I know. He doesn't know yet. He doesn't realize they're close enough.
Oh no, that only works.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh.
It goes off without any troubles.
That has to be touch. Yep, I can't do any magic to try to help us through this. Well, it was nice knowing us all.
Okay, at least that stuff won't be floating around and you're clean.
And
Yay.
flying around.
Yeah, you're clean. You're clean.
But you don't really notice this, Frias, because you're looking ahead at this just massive wall of black clouds that you're about to drive into.
She's still trying to comfort Various because that's a very embarrassing moment.
Mm-hmm. But you do, if you're comforting Various, you do notice that he's using prestidigitation to help you out. I need you to roll wild magic for that.
I know.
What are you using haste on?
The griffin.
Smart. That's actually going to. Since you're casting haste on the griffin, you kind of sprinkle a little bit of magic over it, and it does come out without any issue. You see it kind of outline and kind of gently caress the griffin itself as it seems to pick up pace. So because of that, I will allow it to roll its advantage on the next survival check it needs to make to get through the storm. Because it starts picking up speed and fast as you pass into the storm itself.
Do we need to make more con saves?
Yes.
Sorry, Rose, but I don't wish to ride the lightning, so to speak.
Is Rose close enough to touch Various?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to give Various guidance.
Okay. Go ahead and roll wild magic, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. Wild magic chance is only at 20% right now. And this is the griffin succeeding its save. Good.
Well, if we're helping people out, oh wait, where is it? Oh no. Oh, what saves have we been doing lately?
Con.
Okay. I'm going to slap Bear's Endurance.
I need you to roll wild magic.
Yeah. Remember.
Don't fireball the carriage I just enhanced.
Okay. Oh,
We don't need a
okay,
flaming
okay.
carriage streaking across the sky while lightning is going on around us.
All right, so who are you touching?
So 2d6 temporary hit points and advantage on Constitution check. So.
And who are you
To
doing
who?
on?
So 2d6s, health.
Freeze.
Oh, damn.
Damn! Wow.
Well, there you go.
Freeze.
But who
Who
are you
too?
touching? Who are you
What?
touching now? Who are you touching?
Various.
Various. Okay. So Various, you have 12 extra hit points, and you now have advantage in your con save. So I need everyone to roll me a con save as you basically kind of completely shoot through the storm as the griffin just soars right through.
Oh no.
It's even
Oh no.
faster than last time. Oh, thank God. That was a nat 1 there. Oh, thank you.
I at least normalized.
Yeah. Okay. I do need Bellua to make one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Come here, Bellua. It'll be fine. It's not like your constitution is a little low.
Okay, so everyone but Freus passes the con save, and as you're too busy looking out at the storm as everything's just flying past you, Freus, and you feel the nausea start creeping back again, and probably realizing that maybe you should be looking at the bottom of the carriage instead. But everyone else, you're kind of holding on for dear life as the griffin is just screaming through the storm, he's definitely trying to pilot this thing as he's avoiding just massive lightning strikes, and the wind is just blowing against all of you. And it takes a good 10 minutes of this straight flying before you finally pass through the dark clouds and out of the storm. And up ahead of you is the shadow of a large island.
Is that
Card.
it?
Yeah, that's it. Let me slow us down so we can actually come in for a landing. Don't want to crash.
Yes, Burrows, I see it. I just asked. Yes, we're almost there. Don't worry. Soon this wonderful ride will be done, and we'll be back on land, where you're more comfortable.
And he kind of is just gently kind of trying to pull back, and the griffin is kind of beating its wings to slow its movement. So
Does
and
Tiberius,
manages to do so.
does Tiberius see any of the black blips? Or
You
more of the
saw
black blips?
you saw quite a few of them in the storm itself, but the moment you passed through the storm, they were gone.
It's okay, we've passed them all. I didn't want to worry you.
Oh.
And the griffin kind of slowly begins to descend over onto the island, what looks to be a large port almost, or a dock, and will kind of clatter on as the cart kind of jumbles and shakes as they eventually land on this wooden bridge onto the island. And it slowly comes to a final stop.
Yeah, it was quite an enjoyable ride. Thank you, Ymir.
And you do hear him kind of chuckle a little bit at this. It's like, well, thank you for bringing my lunch. I'm probably gonna sit here and enjoy it. And you can still see the storm off in the distance. It's kind of moving away a little bit, but you can definitely see that it seems to stretch the entire length of the sky that you can see in front of you, like a literal just wall in front of you. It's kind of scary.
A wall of storms. Lovely. Are you
And there's
all
plenty,
right?
and there's plenty of room to kind of get off on the cart. The island itself is massive. It looks to be like a mountain was plucked out of the ground and set to float in the sky. The grass is a soft, almost blue-green coloration, and there's the soft sound of chimes that you can see in the trees itself, the little wind chimes kind of dangling from the trees.
Tiberius is going to look at the three of them that look like they've, seen their lives flash by.
Yeah, and Flix has definitely done this a few times. He's a pro at this. It didn't bug him at all.
Are you
He
three
has
okay?
wings.
Are you three okay? You seem to be a little worse for wear after that. I know Varius was sick, but Freyas, Rose? Did you not enjoy that? Was it not thrilling? Did not get your blood, well, maybe not you, Rose, but did not get your blood pumping? Your kind can pass out. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I want lava.
You guys do also look up at the mountain itself, and you definitely do see a path of weathered stone-looking stairs kind of swirling and curving up this huge mountain that lays ahead of you. It's a very peaceful place compared to the storm that you just had to bolt through.
Well, do you three need a moment to gather yourselves, or can we continue on? I want to get back to the ride as soon as we can. That was absolutely amazing. The most fun I've had since we've gotten here. Tibbs is going to look at Flix and just kind of note, being like, why isn't this one feeling sick if the rest of them are completely catatonic? Yes, he's just looking at you with that, like, why aren't you puking?
I have wings.
They work.
Of course I have wings and they work.
They look a
I'm
little...
offended. I'm offended. How dare you?
I'm sorry, they look, I don't know, weak.
Oh.
My wings are strong for me. Thank you very much.
Right, well, shall we continue? Like I asked, do you need a moment, the three of you? It seems as though the ride took a little bit more than the wind out of you.
Wind, and we're in wind.
Where do you plan to head from here? There's an obvious path leading up the mountain, but there is a bunch of wilderness also surrounding everything else. Lots of trees, lots of grass. There is a definite edge to the island, so just be careful.
We're going to follow that path, aren't we?
Yeah, let's follow the path and head inwards. Varius is getting his feet underneath him and
I'm just gonna set something up real quick.
It's not like we died or anything. And if we had fallen off, we'd have just fallen forever.
that doesn't help.
But we didn't, so there's that.
Okay, that's set up.
Tiberius is going to hum happily on the way up.
Okay. And it's a pretty winding path. Be careful, Jellybean. You tried to jump up and almost fell on his face.
Oh.
Okay. He's feeling as woozy as the other three party members right now. Don't know why. But you guys kind of begin to have a leisurely stroll up the path. It's not steep. It kind of has a very nice, gentle incline, but it definitely winds through a couple passes, under some archways, and up the side of this mountain. Eventually, you do start to notice that some fog and clouds gather at certain areas, like in the grass and stuff like that, indicating that you're getting rather high up, and the temperature does seem to be dropping a little bit. So it's getting a little chilly up here. Eventually, though, you begin to pass under an archway, and you are met with a cave entrance.
Did they mention anything about this person living in a cave?
They said they'd let them know we were on our way.
1 second, I have to roll for Tiberius.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Tiberius is going to cup his hands in front of his mouth and yell in the cave, Amadeus!
As you yell, your voice doesn't echo. There's no echo that comes back at all.
That's not right. He's going to try again.
In fact, as you look into the cave, you only see blackness.
Not bad at all. He's going to step into the cave.
Okay. And you all see just Tiberius vanish into blackness.
Oh, not this again.
Freya's already has a torch out, lights it, and just walks through behind him. She's done with the ride. She's already done with this place.
Ah,
Hey.
hell.
Yes, does this look familiar?
As you pass into the cave, you're met with a very square, angular-looking room with 3 exits in front of you. They all look the same. There's no sound, no ambient wind. There is a faint fog that clings to the ground, but otherwise, everything looks similar. It's a soft green coloration. The stone is smooth, and the air here is stale, almost. But you have the distinct feeling that you're being watched. And if you try to look back where you came from, you see nothing but darkness.
Tiberius, we're back in this place.
Actually, the color is different here.
Oh no,
Completely
we're back in
different.
this place.
Various and Belua soon follow.
Okay. And you are greeted with the exact same sight. Various.
And we can all see each other, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the torch doing anything, or
No. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any light source in here, but you can see at least up to the doorways.
which is about how far?
I'd say about 10 feet. The
And-
entire room is square. Is a square. So basically, it's 10 feet length and width. It's a perfect square.
And I'm guessing the torch is doing nothing to see beyond the doors.
Nothing.
She'll extinguish the torch and put it back.
Okay.
This seems like a college test.
They all seem like that. Very suspicious, don't you think?
She pulls out her ink bottle again, waiting for someone to lead.
Right, well, as I am the leader, and the most handsome, I suggest we go down the left path.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I would like you to treat this as north, south, east, and west. And make sure you do it from where you're facing. So I'll be announcing cardinal directions depending on where you go. So right now you are at the southern entrance. Which way do you want to go?
West.
Going west? Okay. Tiberius, as you head west, you realize that suddenly you seem to be right next to Varius and the rest of the group again. You've appeared back at the entrance.
Freya
Right.
put
you
a
literally see Tibbs go into the west door and immediately comes in behind you.
So it is exactly like the council's tests.
Oh.
Fine. East.
Okay. And Tiberius does not appear again. Tiberius, you are now in a room alone. And once again, you see 3 doors in front of you. One heading east, one heading north, one heading south.
Various looks to the others pretty quickly and goes, watch out for riddles, watch out for any pits or traps. If this is like what we had to deal with, then they didn't exactly pull punches. And he starts... What was that?
It was a test.
It was a fairly common one back where we were from.
I'm terrible at tests.
This is your guys' idea of test. I hate to see what dissertations are like.
Let's not go over things with gore and death. And he starts padding off towards the east.
Okay. And as you head east, you do indeed come across Tiberius. And you're once again greeted with the exact same sight from the last room, except you have a door leading north, east, and south.
I'll follow as well.
Okay. I need to make a marker so I know where you guys are at, because I see a map. You don't.
I'm making a map because Freyas is smart.
I'm
That is-
memorizing.
This is what we had. That's exactly what we had to do the first time through this.
Mm-hmm.
Was somebody we got so turned around that eventually somebody had to start making a map.
Mm-hmm.
North, east, or south? Well, east hasn't filled yet. East it is.
Okay, Tiberius, as you go east, you are found in another room alone.
Various waits a moment before following.
Okay, does everyone else follow?
Once 2 people are gone, Freyas will follow
Yeah.
after.
Okay. And once again, north, east, and south are your open areas.
Various, you choose this time.
Mm.
What, you just don't want to rely on the Vermont luck, do you?
He snorts and starts
Now a
stamping.
question. Did you leave something in the first room to indicate it was the first room?
There was an
An
X on the
X.
on the west door.
Okay, on the west door. So let me make sure I mark that.
Oh, and she's marking every door they go through with an arrow if they don't reappear in the room so far.
Okay.
I have paint up because I'm lazy.
Great. Fantastic.
So
So-
Various sort of stamps over to the north doorway and steps through with Belua.
Okay. And you need to step through another room. You do not see the X. You are in a completely new room. And you are greeted with north, east, and west as your door.
After a few moments, Tiberius will follow.
Okay.
And Rose will
And what
continue
about
to
everyone
follow.
else? Okay. There we go. And mark those.
Which
rooms.
way had we gone? We went north there?
Yeah, we went north.
Yeah, you guys went north. Okay. And now you're greeted with north, east, and west.
Who else wants to try?
Spoke up. Please choose the next door, Rose.
What are the choices? North, east, and west?
Yes.
Rose will go west then.
Okay. And you pass into another room. There is no X on any door, so you can assume this is a new room.
No arrows
makes
on the
me a-
walls either?
No arrows. Nothing.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm almost unnerved that we haven't come across anything extra yet.
No, please. If it's anything like the council, there'll be a horrible beast at the end and will try and eat us.
That or some sort of death match.
Freyas is going to stop everyone and go, I want to try something real quick. Can you give me a second?
Very well.
Rose already. Okay, fine.
Yeah, Rose already went on ahead.
After they get into the next room.
We'll go on to the next
Let me
room.
move your marker. You guys went west.
Can we go back? Question, is there a door behind us when we go through a door?
Yes.
Okay, Freyas is going to stop everyone and say, hold on, I want to try something real quick, and she's going to go south.
Okay. And you go south, Freya, into another room, and you see your arrows.
The arrows
Going
pointing in a
east.
Oh, okay, she'll follow back and say, okay, there's a little logic here, so let's just keep moving. South is not it.
Now here's the question: did she enter from the door that she logically would have, Or would she
Yes.
enter from... Oh,
She didn't. So considering where you're at right now, if she entered south, she would be entering from the north door of the room she came into. So yes, there is a logical. There's almost too logical.
mm,
Considering Jin, you know what you're working with here.
I'm suspicious.
Where do you plan to head now? Because currently your doors available are north, south, and west.
And I already checked south, so it's either north or west.
Mm-hmm.
Flix, it's your turn.
Oh, I will pick north.
Okay, Flix, as you head north, you vanish from everyone else's sight and you return into a room. However, you see an X on the west marked door. You're back at the beginning.
Crap.
We sort of wait and look at each other.
Can we
How long
see
is-
people? Can we see people if we're in the
No, you cannot.
So when I went south, I could not see anyone in the room that was north.
Exactly.
If no one else goes through the door, she'll wait as well.
I'm going to, because logically we've actually been going on probably quicker than we should have. I'm going to keep up with that pattern and be... And Various is going to take the first step through after Flix went.
Okay, and you're gonna follow the same door as Flix did?
Yeah, because that's
Okay.
what he'd logically do.
And you wind up right next to Flix. However, you notice that there is an X on the west door.
And an arrow on the right, on the east door.
So
Yes.
follow suit.
Oh,
Was Still
Okay.
following too?
Yep.
What about Rose?
We'll follow.
Okay, so you guys are back at the beginning. You know going east has yielded so far a forward result. You have not gone north.
we did go north.
Not in this room.
Not in the
Ah.
first room.
Let's continue with what we know. East, east, north. Right?
Mhm,
Yes,
you went
it'd be east, northwest.
And has anything changed
No,
while we've been in here? Okay.
nothing's changed.
When we
So
get
you
back
go-
to the room we were at, she'll cross out her arrow, obviously.
Okay.
And then obviously she'll actually just walk straight through the west door.
Okay, and you're once again met with another room. The exact same. Except your entrances are south, west, and north.
Various is gonna wait a little bit longer this time.
Mhm.
And
We
then
could
finally,
communicate.
Mer?
If only we could communicate.
Yeah, that was the issue before too.
Who's got a tin can on a string?
Various eventually starts to step through.
Okay, and you'll see Frias.
Here's will follow.
And follow.
Okay.
Following. Leave me alone.
And then you do indeed wind up in the same room as Frias.
Alright, my turn again. North.
Make sure that the right thing is there. Tibbs, as you head north, you suddenly are in another room. Not with anyone else, but there's something in the center of the room. It looks to be a pillar with a rotating orb, like eyeball, on the pillar. It's not looking at you immediately, but it seems to be rotating. And
Minor
scanning.
illusion on self to pretend I'm not there.
You're gonna what?
Minor illusion on self, so that like there's a plane of glass in front of you that makes it look like I'm not there.
Okay.
Quick, spin around it 5 times, you'll get a blue coin.
And is that a spell by chance?
Is a cantrip, yes.
Wild magic.
No.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh,
And you kind of see this eye kind of scan over you, and since you have the illusion set up, it just passes over you.
so I guess we follow him.
Looks like it.
And as you all pass into that same room, you see the exact same thing Tibbs does.
Frace is gonna speak up. From now on, if we go into a room, we should probably backtrack into the previous room to call us in. If nobody comes back, we've probably been restarted.
Right. What is that?
No, I got in here and I put up an illusion so it wouldn't see me. I don't know if it can hear, though.
Do you think it's dangerous? They are supposed to be expecting us.
In a maze that we can get lost in and probably die from starvation. I'm pretty sure anything in here is trying to kill us. Just like
Okay.
the council.
I suppose we'll be stepping around it in time to try and avoid its sight.
Mm-hmm. Now you have a total of east, west, and north to go from here.
Like this place.
Now, are you all moving together, or what's going on?
Yes.
It's gonna be.
Frey-
I think it's gonna be a rush move at this point.
Mhm.
Freyas is pretty much saying one person goes. If they do not jump back into the room, they've got restarted. Let's hide behind the illusion for now.
Okay.
Yes, in a minute.
So who's
Oh.
going?
I'll do it.
Okay, where are you going, Rose?
Once I notice a wide enough sweep from the eyeball, I'm going west.
Okay. And as you head west, you pass the door, and you wind up in another room that has an X marked on the west door.
And we'll backtrack to the others then.
How long will that take?
Mhm.
Over a minute?
You see Rose come up behind you guys from the south, looking a little exasperated.
It ain't
Instead of
one-
walking up to the wall, she'll just put an X on the floor in that direction.
Okay. So now you're left with north and east.
Obvious if it was east. We have to go north.
Alrighty. And it's going to maneuver on the not fireball, but the eyeball and go north.
Okay. And you indeed wind your way into another room. There is no X on the door.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now, can you get back to us?
I'm going to backtrack to that door that I just came out of.
And you'll see everyone else. You'll see them standing over at the side with the illusion. Are you avoiding the eye's gaze by chance when you come
yeah.
back through?
Yeah, assuming that I can still see the eye in time, I'm going to try to gesture over to them while fireballs or not. Why do I keep saying fireball? While the eyeball is not looking at either of us, and then
Okay.
come back in.
Cool.
Wait for the tire to pass and then head north, I guess.
Wait in time, sprint across.
Okay.
I believe everyone's doing that, right, Flix?
Move
Yes.
the marker to the north room. Okay. Leaving the eyeball behind, you enter a room that doesn't have a pillar in the center at all. It's much like the others, so there's no markings anywhere, however.
I say it's Flix's turn again. Oh, Flix just left the game.
Oh no, Flix!
Wait a second, it screwed up on me again.
Free!
Well, it's a good thing it's all vocal so far.
Mm-hmm. The reason why this is all vocal and theater minds because I have the map. You don't.
Extremely tempted to share my own screen.
You're allowed to. Since you're taking notes and since you're leaving markings, you are allowed to if you like.
Okay. Then
I just can't show mine because mine has the full map.
Yeah,
Well,
like
matches
all the bads and stuff.
There's, yeah.
There's nothing bad in here.
Well, has anyone ever Oh, I know Tibbs and Flix have played World of Warcraft. You know about a specific maze, right? That may have just triggered some PTSD.
What was that noise?
Oh, I
That
started a
is
stream
them
video.
screen sharing.
Oh,
So you can actually watch their stream to see what they're making.
He's just a little baby MS Paint map.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So you can use that if you like to keep track of where you're going. I'm keeping track in my own means.
I vote on Flix's turn.
But you're currently in a new room. There's no markings anywhere. And your current ways to go are north, east, and west.
I'm gonna pick north again because it worked well the first time.
Okay. Flix, you kind of break off from the group and you head north. And you once again wind up in the room with an X marked on the west door.
Right.
But you do know, at least from experience, you can head north, directly north to get to where your friends are. You just have to go through the eyeball.
Not north.
You have to pass through the eyeball room to get to your friends, though.
So it's not north. West? I'm going to say west.
You gonna wait for Flix to catch up?
Yes, once he arrives.
Yeah.
Okay, and you go ahead and head west. And you wind up in a room with no markings at all.
Pillars?
They can't hear you.
I'm saying no pillars.
No pillars, nothing.
Okay, Tiberius turn back and motion for them to come west.
and we'll do so.
Good old Vermont luck. Never
Yep.
gives out. So now we have northwest and south, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Darius, I believe it's your turn.
Oh,
Let's
jeez,
go.
what have I done?
One second, let me.
Ease of viewing for people looking.
Let's try this again.
I can't hear you. What?
Sorry, for whatever reason, I watched the.
I think your
I-
microphone changed.
Yeah, your microphone is muffled.
Oh no!
There
you're
you
back.
are.
So, for whatever reason, when I'm watching as a stream of them making the map, it switches my mic.
Weird.
Weird.
So, anyway, let's go west again.
Okay, Various, as you step to the west door, you're met with another pillar-like figure with an eyeball rotating on top of it. You don't see any markings, but you see another pillar.
Going to go back the way I was, tell them
Okay.
there's a pillar, and come and go back through.
Is it what exits are there out of that room?
None.
X's are ways we've went that are
Oh no, I mean
wrong.
the new pillar room. Like, is it the same doors like north, west, south? Then,
Yes. They're all the same.
so we should probably try to pick a direction next and then go through there, unless we have another illusion to throw that pillar off too.
I could try. I mean, I am good at them. At the
I'm
same
looking at
time,
magic.
at the same time, the wild magic and all.
Mm-hmm.
I say we run through and go north.
How about you run through and go north? Then you can run back through both rooms or catch back up with us.
Very well. I mean, I am the most spry out of all of us.
Okay, cool.
What do you mean,
So-
okay, cool?
Is that what you're going to do? Is you're going to run through into the pillar room and then run north?
Yes.
Okay, and you managed to do just that without any issue. You're able to outwit the eye as it's facing west as you're running in, and you immediately book it north, and you wind up in a new room. There's no markings anywhere.
All right. I will book it back south, circle around the eye as it's rotating, and then head east to motion that they should come.
Cool.
All right, I guess we follow.
Alright, and you guys are managed to do the exact same thing, so let me move you to that room. There we go. Your options are north, east, and west.
Gross, please do the honors.
All right. I say east then.
Okay. And you're able to pass through easily, and you enter into a room that has no features at all. So no markings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you come back and tell us?
Oh, yeah, I will come back and relay it.
This is ridiculous.
We're probably doing this in the horribly most, like, a speedrunner would probably be screaming at us right now.
Ferris, the last time we were in one of these, we were in it for 3 days.
I know.
3
But
weeks.
this is...
Oh, yeah, why haven't you no-clipped yet?
I'm on top of the walls, guys. God.
grab a plate and go up to the wall.
And then just start bunny hopping as fast as you can.
I mean, two of you are even bunnies. You have no excuse.
Glad someone got my joke.
Alright, missed that one.
This is someone who is supposed to be expecting us.
And Varys, do you think that perhaps by expecting us they mean putting us through a trial? Or perhaps they've been captured themselves, and now we're trying to break them out? You seem to
Or
be very good at finding things in closed spaces.
Or maybe they're just protecting themselves. Maybe others are after them.
There you go. That's the line of thought that you should have.
I'd like to take this time to do a performance to form my party.
No.
Flix goes Agrasuko on us.
So what exactly are you performing for?
Just to calm the party down because they're panicking.
Okay, yeah. You kind of managed to have a nice bit of soothing music to kind of start slowly relaxing everyone. It's like, all right, calm down. We can do this. It's not that bad. It's just a little maze. I'm sure it's fine.
Phrase is literally just like, what? Alright. I am calm, but alright.
Calm.
Speaking of which, Grace, I believe it's your turn. You haven't chosen one yet, in a while.
That's because I'm taking the notes.
So, are you abstaining?
That means if something dangerous were to happen, we wouldn't know how to get back to it. Or wouldn't know how to continue, unless you have some magical way to, you know, make markings.
Fair. Flix, after doing that wonderful performance, I suggest that you go next. You've earned that right.
Your current ways to go are north, south, and east.
Let's go east.
Okay, Flix, as you enter the door to the east, you wind up back at the start once again. You're back at the start.
For the love of Jericho.
If I turn around and walk back to that door, can I go back where I was?
Nope, it's a solid wall.
No, no.
Oh.
As you turn around to walk back, as you turn around to walk back out, you walk outside the cave.
Oh.
Can I go?
So, Frias, you kind of look over your notes because you're probably writing this down also on a piece of paper. You probably get the idea that places that you go back to the beginning, probably connect. As you can see, two of those walls that lead back to the entrance connect.
I was
So
starting to speculate that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more playing this off as she's writing them down and keeping a mental map.
Mm-hmm. But you do see Flix come screaming back at you guys.
Wrong way.
She'll just instantly head north.
All right, and you enter into a room without any markings. Does everyone else follow Freyas?
We had an agreement, so we're just waiting.
Yeah.
If Freyas forgot, then Freyas forgot.
Oh, Freyas then Freyas peeks back through the doors like, there's only one option. Come on.
All right. They head
Thinking
forward.
everyone else has a mental map as well, but what can you do?
And so we follow.
Yep.
Weren't you just saying how you weren't going through because they could be dangerous?
Process of elimination. It's a lot better than wildly guessing.
And you don't think they'd have secret doors?
It's been pretty consistent so far, Tiberius.
All right, your ways to go are north, east, and west.
I believe it's my turn again. Eeny, meeny, miny, west.
Tiberius, as you pass through the door, you wind up in the entry hall.
It has to give up at some point.
15 seconds later, she just puts a big X on that.
Various continues to pace and finally shouts out,
Is having problems. There it goes.
Oh, no.
Weird.
and
Okay, there it
finally
goes. And you actually see Freyas kind of following their notes come in behind you guys.
So
Wait, what?
Yeah, you went. No, sorry. Who was the one that went?
Tiberius went the wrong
Tiberius.
way.
Okay, so you find Tiberius coming back behind you guys, back into the room.
And then
It's
Various
making out.
shouting. Is that everywhere?
You don't hear your voice reverberating off of anything. However, roll me Arcana.
Oh no. Alrighty.
No, you don't feel anything.
Can I make an Arcana roll?
If you want.
Do it. You two Tibbs.
Arc what now?
Arcana. Okay. Rose, you have a distinct feeling that there is a new presence inside of this maze with you. Tibbs, you don't feel anything. But
Oh, no.
At once, Rose, there felt like you guys were alone and merely being watched, but now there's an actual presence somewhere in here.
The Minotaur has entered the server. Or Pac-Man, one or the other.
I have a suspicion that we've gotten something's attention by now.
Maybe it'll at least give us some progress. And he's very agitated and
Well, at least we have an instant teleport to get away from them.
Right, so it wasn't west, so north again?
You're enjoying the
Yeah, head
cardio.
north.
Why don't you go?
Yeah, obviously. It is me, because I'm the one who has to do everything in this group. North he goes.
As you head north, you once again wind up back at the entrance as you see the X on the west door.
Up.
15 seconds, she puts a big X right next to the door and immediately heads east.
I just imagined him coming back and being like,
As you
one
head
word.
east, you wind up back at the entrance.
She stares.
Shouldn't there be a... Shouldn't
No
there
one
be a
knows
Freas
that-
coming going now?
Hmm.
Is this a dead end?
She slowly draws new map pieces as she goes up and comes back. We have a problem.
You don't say.
We might need to check new paths in every room.
Oh. Please don't tell me that it's... Oh, wait, what? Which room are you alone in, Tibbs?
The last one, you all went east before you got back.
No. Didn't Frias go east? Alone?
Yes,
thought-
I went east.
Frey said he waited 15 seconds.
Yeah, after the 15 seconds, she put a big X on the north wing and went, okay, has to be east, went east, and then appeared back in the beginning.
Okay, no one else followed.
Right.
Okay.
So, Various is like, oh, please don't tell me this is a shifting maze.
But she will take the quicker way back up and report all of these are dead ends, and we may have to check every possibility through every room. So, shall we go back to the, shall we go back south and go over 2 rooms?
How's that feeling, Rose?
Do I feel anything different upon Frieza's return?
No. You still feel like there's a presence here somewhere. So are you heading back to the entrance, or where are you heading exactly? So I need to know where you're heading.
Freys will actually inquire presence.
Yeah, there's something that someone or something is aware of us being here by now. And I think it's starting to play a game with us.
This could all be one big illusion.
I mean, that is possible.
Well, if we can't get any further, I have an idea that probably won't work, but let's keep playing their game. They must be having fun. And she'll head... where the heck is my arrows? She'll head south, and then west. As she's going through that room, she'll put in... Why can I click this? Oh, she'll put an X on that north wall, obviously, and then head west.
Okay, and so far you have not seen any new markings as you head that direction. Does everyone else follow Frias?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably stay close to one another.
Do I disappear at the beginning from this point, or...
No. You go into another room.
Okay, she'll pop her head back, give the big hey-oh, and make a marking. Alright, who wants to guess next?
I'll do it. Go ahead and try north.
Okay, and you wind up in a new room. No
Hop back.
markings, nothing.
Bob back to inform, and then
And the
So-
immediate first thing Freys does is put a big X on the east wall.
Okay.
Because, you know, she finally figured out, hey, some of these are just bad to begin with. So, north or west?
North. Tiberius heads north.
You gonna head north? Okay. And Tiberius, you're back at the beginning.
Yeah. Huff, 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 huff.
And since Freya does feel a little
Bless you.
bad, she'll go
Fine.
west.
As you go west, Frias, you notice something as you enter the next room. The west entrance is gone. You only have north and south.
In the next room?
Yes. There is no...
Wait, the east disappeared?
The west disappeared. As you're going in west, the west door that's usually going to be across from you is not there. It's just a wall.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, she'll pop back, give a hey-oh, and sit there and stare at the blank wall. And say, that's different.
See, Varys, at least there's some variety.
Must be this area can only be so large. North or south?
It's north or south.
Flix.
North.
Is Flix going to go north?
Yes.
Flix, as you head north, you wind up back at the beginning.
Ah.
Oh, Flix.
Good old 5-second wait this time. Gives a big old X and then heads south.
Okay, and you wind up in a new room.
Is the west
No
wall
markings.
still...
It's still as if there's no door going west at all.
Okay.
Hi Beanie.
More cat.
Kitty.
Yes, he's trying to get at my dice bag.
She'll wave everyone in, and before anyone even realizes, she'll pop in the east room, make a marking on the wall to basically say, hey, this is shorter path, and then pop back in.
Yeah.
Immediately head south. She'll...
And you see the exact same thing. The west door is no longer there, and you only have east and south to go.
She'll pop her head in. Hey, new room. And wait.
You can at least gather heading west from this area might no longer be an option.
Yeah, I'm imagining it's like if you're looking at my stream that
Yes.
this entire side is just done. But hey, who knows what's in
Yes.
the who knows what's over here in these corners, huh? Look at all them
Rose,
boxes.
since you're the one that got the higher Arcana check, can you make me another one?
Me?
Yes.
Alright.
Now that Freyas is aware of it, can she check it?
Sure.
Oh. Yeah.
Freas doesn't quite have enough. Rose, you just barely made the check. The presence has gotten closer.
We might want to pick up the pace a little bit.
I guess this would make it quicker, and she's going to burn one of her wild shapes and turn into the giant wolf spider,
Yeah.
who has a base speed of 40 feet and can still hold a quill.
Oh no, Flix. Flix.
Flix was warned, and she'll immediately go south.
Okay. And you see the exact same thing as the previous rooms.
Head back
Just hold on to
in.
the paper bag tightly.
Oh no.
She'll immediately head back in, give a spider arm wave, and pretty much instead of waiting for them to get in the room now, she will instantly go south again.
Exact same thing.
Oh no, boxes.
Damn these spider limbs.
I'm going to, when Rose sees Frias come back in to confirm that the room's good there, Rose is going to also cast Longstrider on Frias.
Oh jeez, that's 50 feet. I'm gonna be fast as Spooter.
Oh no.
And just to test the theory, she's going to go south again.
And same thing.
South wall blocked off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yes, the south wall is now blocked off as well as west. The only
Now-
way forward here is east.
Now, since I know some of you have arachnophobia, I'm just going to be sending this to Az. This is what I immediately thought of.
Oh, it's not loading.
Roast, if you're casting Longstarter, you do need to roll Wild Magic.
All right. Nice.
Nice!
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. She will. Oh crap! She can't talk.
What is English? Just know we'll be wrapping up here shortly. I have something planned for when we wrap up.
She will.
Firelegs.
Well, before she'll pop her hand in, wave them into the next room, and before they can even get into that corner room, she's already gone east.
Okay, and the southern wall is completely blocked off.
Goes east again,
Same thing.
and then east one more time.
And you're back at the start.
Wait, what? Oh no, I wouldn't have gone east one more time. Ah, dang it. Okay, no, I'll own up to that. And then instead of being reasonable and going back to the party, since I am super fast, I will. So that room before. Oh, do you see my stream?
Yes.
So this room is also a dead room.
You can go north.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I accidentally said something wrong. I could have swore I said only once, and you said, "Oh, that one's bad too," and I was like, "What?"
Roast, you do feel the presence getting closer.
To them? Oh, I can't. I wouldn't be able to tell. Shit.
Where is
I'm
the group
alone.
currently? Where is the group currently?
They would be left in that corner room in the bottom left.
Bottom left? Okay, let me make sure they're moved there.
Alright.
And Freyas will do one quick check by going. Where are my tools here? She will test this wall right here.
And it loops into there. It loops into that room.
Loops into that room we haven't discovered yet.
Yes.
Okay, then can she go into the room next to it?
Yes.
She will quickly regroup then,
Okay.
wildly splattering markings of arrows as she goes. Get back to that corner room, wave them. Actually, no, she will go this way.
As you go into that room, you see a pillar with an eye on it.
She instantly backs up. And just to keep a circle. There we go. Then she'll regroup with the people in the corner and still obviously can't talk.
Well,
Oh gosh, this is hard because I can't
Did-
physically talk.
okay. If
She's
you
going to wave them into the next room,
yeah, if
obviously.
you found a way forward, just lead us. Come on.
So staying along the bottom wall, she brings them underneath the eye room,
Mm-hmm.
walks over and puts an X there, heads north, and then leaving them in the room east of the eye room, she will go north.
Okay, where exactly is that? Can you mark on your map? Because you're losing
Right
me
here.
a little with going so fast.
Yeah, it's sorry. Very fast spooter. The pulsating room in the stream.
Hold on. I gotta make, according to my map, that's enter 1, 3, so 1, 2. What the fuck? Hold on.
Did I break the map? Am I speedrunning finally?
Okay, no, you enter into a room that has no markings. I need to make another marker for Spooter, so hold on.
You're
make it
using
pink.
you're using speed hacks.
The admin's gonna kick me out, guys, but I'll get you through.
Okay, so I have to mark you right there. So that way I know where you're going, because you're going a little too fast.
But she will return to the room previous, wave them through the room with the X, and get everyone back to the entrance at least. Because
So
that
you're all
entire
heading back to the entrance.
I'm pretty much forcing them back to the entrance because
So-
west just seems.
So as you go south from that room you were just in, you meet up with everyone in that little room before you start heading east. However, as you move into the room to the east, there's someone there. Someone familiar, actually. A human-looking figure with blonde hair and kind of a more messy look about them. But you recognize this one. They were the one that was with Kohana originally when Various and Tibbs got their sigil stones, and he's staring at you. He's kind of got his hands in his pocket, looking a little exasperated.
Freyas has no idea what to do. Is hopefully the group with her?
I would assume so.
Yes, so.
Mm-hmm.
We've checked. We found the west wall. We found the south wall. Why don't we found the east wall?
Tibbs,
She's
you know
kind-
that
she's-
there is a figure
Yeah, she's
right in front of
she's
you guys.
pointing. She's a spider. She can't talk. She's just pointing at the person while you guys walk in, like scratch, scratch, scratch.
I was letting the dog out, so I missed something. Sorry.
Basically, you've run into a familiar figure in the maze.
Blue hair with highlights at the tips.
No, blonde hair. Pure blonde hair. Looks human.
The one who looks so casual, it's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did use his name.
The figure pauses and blinks at you and straightens up some.
Are we supposed to run?
Was that I see or
Do you know the way through this place?
what are you doing here?
I think we got lost. Did we get lost, guys? I think we got lost.
We are looking for Amadeus.
And why exactly are you looking for him?
Slow look to Various.
Various sort of.
And as you turn to ask Various this, and Various kind of looks awkwardly at the figure, we will be ending the session for today. Because it is getting
Cliffhanger.
late.
What's going on? I can barely hear what's happening.
Yeah, people are cutting out really hard.
Yeah, that's probably also another good place to stop because Discord's being weird.
Yeah.
Way to go, Discord.
Alright, so.
I was probably killing Discord with that really bad stream.
Mhm.
Oh no. Oh,
I
that was
disconnected
the rhythm.
rhythm. I disconnected rhythm. Thank you guys for playing. We will pick up once again as our usual time. But yeah, you have met Leo once again. Somehow in
Or
the
brand new.
maze. Or as for Freas, it's someone brand new. But that is the end of our session for today. Yay! Good job,
Thanks.
everyone. No crazy wild magic. We just had literal roller coaster sickness.
And then speed
Farkit
spider hacks.
maze.
and spider hacks.